So the first thing I'm going to do after I let the dog have some free time is I'm going to try to get the dog, to get his attention. Usually when you're doing a behavior assessment, you're not going to have 10 people in the yard with you. So it's going to be a lot easier. Here. Come here. And if a dog's not food interested, which is a lot of people are going to say, what if then? Then you just work through it without it and work through with praise. Hey. So obviously not food motivated. Again, one thing when I'm doing touch handling I try to focus on is that I have the dog's head and the leash in a position that I can go away. So if I'm grabbing here, I can pull the dog away from here, right? I don't do this. Because here, if the dog turns to bite me, I'm going to pull him right into me. So the idea here is that the dog's head goes away, and I can do a lot of touch handling. And no real issues in touch handling, right? So on the touch handling, I'd say he's got no real issues. He doesn't really seek out additional touch handling, and you can look on your list, but he's fine with it. He doesn't care. Totally neutral on it. The second part of the test, which actually there's the first part. What's this next part of the assessment?
After the touch handling?
Yeah. Possession, okay. So for possession, if I can get a dog that's got some kind of interest in a toy, which if he had no interest in food, he may not have interest in toys. Okay, so he likes that. Hey. Good. So once I get him engaged on it, I can see he can play with it, he can bite it, but will he give it up? And here easily gives it up, right? Sit. No. Sit. Good. Good. So the dog's very obedient. He's got some play drives, which is nice to see. Yeah. And again, I'm going to use a lot of prey testing with him, because a big dog like this my issue is going to be, is he going to try to kill another dog or a person or something? Because he's just solid. He's going to be a hard dog to control physically. But he likes to play tug, which is nice. But he kind of loses interest. So he's not crazy possessive over it if I put it in front of him. Hey. He loses interest really quickly. So no real possession issues at all. Engages to the toy, right? But then doesn't lock onto it and doesn't really become possessive over it. Can you hear me okay? Good, okay. Food assessment. And so since he's got no motivation for a really high value food, he showed me no interest in the food. It's going to be hard to see, but here, hey. So two ways we do it. We start here. Hey. Not interested. If I throw it in front of him, not interested. And I'd also note further that this dog has a full bowl of food in his kennel and hasn't touched it. So that's an important thing to know. He hasn't touched his food and he's not going for this. So it's not that he's not hungry. He said he's just not showing any interest in food right now. So I would also note on the file that this is a dog that's an intact male. So that's another good thing to know. And it's also probably why this dog looks the way he looks, because he's probably older. He's probably a couple years old, looking at his teeth, and he's a solidly built and developed dog, which a dog at this age, a pit bull, which we know this is, it's very much got a lot of the features of pit bull, would look completely differently. This dog is just a really solid, massive, massive dog. So, okay, so next thing is the correction test. Okay, yes. Yeah, great question. So if he's not interested in the treat I have, would I try something different? Absolutely, I would. If I'm doing a real assessment to go real further with the assessment, I would try to have a couple different things. I would have a jerky type treat. I would have a like cheese. I would have some hot dogs or some liver or something. I would really try to mix it up, but not going too crazy. You know, dog that's going to have food issues, going to have food issues. This is a very yummy treat. It's a lamb and rice jerky. It's really a good, 90% of dogs love this treat. So I don't want to go overboard and go, well, you know, maybe he would like pepper jack cheese that's aged 4 months. It's a little ridiculous. So here he's interested in something. I'm going to tell him no. And he corrects pretty easily. For the size of the dog he is, that's a pretty easy correction. No. Good. And here I can give him a little praise. Good. And he's a nice, really well-balanced dog from everything I've seen thus far, right? So the next thing is the dog-to-dog, right? Dominance test. Okay, so dominance I can do by testing, by pushing down on his back, not showing me any. He's not melting under the pressure of this test at all, right, or this assessment, but he's also not stiffening up. He's real cool with it if I move him around a little bit. This is really just, in my opinion, a really nicely balanced dog in everything I've seen. If I can move him, I can get in front of him. He doesn't have any issues. He doesn't have any tail issues. It's not showing me anything, any issues. He's just a really solid dog who'd probably have to be with a guy like Ken, who can just handle him, correct him, and work him. Really easy. Okay? Any other, that's it. Now we're going to dog, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let this dog see this dog. Come on over here. Good. Nice meeting through the kennel. Really nice body language. But I'm going to tell you one thing. That dog inside was going nuts on the dog next to him. Just wanted to get in and kill him. So here's something to look at, right? I was ready to put the dog back, but I said, okay, let's just try it. So I'm going to have, what's your name again? Steve, come on in with the dog 1 second. Let me get this dog. Hang on, hang on. You have treats with you? You have treats? No. Okay. If you're going to assess a dog, you got to have a leash and you got to have treats. I got them there in my truck. Yeah, that doesn't help. Here. Okay, so get that dog. That dog is more high energy. The more high energy dog is the first dog I move around the other dog, right? So I can tell my dog to wait. I'm going to tell my dog to sit. Good. And then I'm going to have you just walk by. Right, first part of the assessment. Good, nice. Curious, not pushy. Walk by again. Control your dog. Make sure you have him controlled. Give him some treats, because this dog is already showing bad behaviors inside, so I want to see why is he different now. Get him focused on you. Okay, I'm going to move my dog up a little bit. I'm going to have you walk behind my dog. Again, the dog I'm assessing right now is this dog, not him. I don't care about him as much, right? So walk in behind my dog. Good. Don't let him touch him. Good. Nice. No. No. And since I know my dog doesn't care about treats, good. Good boy. No, sit. Good boy. Okay, walk him around me now. Make a full loop around me. Good. Now he's not showing any interest, right? I'll also need to note that I've got an intact male and a fixed male, right? Good. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to let that dog sniff this dog's butt, right? So do you know how to do that? Okay. So I'm going to have my dog here, bring him up, and let him sniff. Real quick sniff. Let's go. Sniff. Take him away. That's all I want to see. My dog's cool with that, right? He's got no issues with it. Now what I'll do is I'll have you sit straight in the middle. Sit your dog, right? And I'm going to take my dog and walk him around your dog. Again, he's not showing any interest. Okay. I can sit my dog next to your dog. No. Sit. Sit. Good. From here, I can take a piece of treat. Quiet. Right? Make sure you sit. I can reach across. Give him a piece of treat. He's not interested, right? So then when I do the dog-to-dog food issue, I'm going to see what he's going to do because I know he's not going to go for it. I'm going to take a piece of treat, Let him have it. No issues. Right? Take your dog away. Neutral, easy line. Nice dog. Now this dog is an intact male, very strong dog, right? I'm not going to let him just run around with this dog, but I'm not seeing any behaviors that I would worry about here. Okay, come on. Good. And I want to see if I can get him away with a loose line here. Hey. So he's giving him a little bit of body language, but that's much better. Good. Hey. Let's go. And again, real easy on the way back. Nice dog, right? All in all. Any questions on that assessment? No question at all. Everybody got that one? Yes. I never let dogs meet nose to nose that don't know each other.
No, I don't mean nose to nose, but they were starting to make eye contact.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's going to be an issue here. Sit. Because he's going to start to look away. He's neutral on it. Right? But again, I'm not going to let this go. This is positive, right? So he can sniff him here. Right? Good. Take your dog away. Good boy. Hey. Easy. So there's even more to it. Totally cool. This is a really good, strong, dominant male, neutral, cool dog. Right? Needs to be in the right hands, but would be an amazing. A friend of mine had a pit like this years ago, and it was just the best dog ever. Yeah, he's a little bit, Damon is a little bit more weaker. This dog's much stronger physically. Oh, okay, well then maybe, yeah. So anyway, all with this dog, I would all the way through give him a very good rating. I really like this dog. Mellow dog. He's not really this dog's more interested in playing. He kind of wanted to get one sniff in. Yes?
When bringing in the second dog, are you looking for like a certain reaction toward him? Like do you want a dog who's a little more neutral, or do you want a dog that's...
I really want a more neutral dog. In fact, this dog would probably be better as a neutral dog than that dog. The only problem you have in a behavior assessment, when you use an intact male as a beta test or as a neutral dog, neutered dogs will throw a lot more energy on an intact male than the other way around, right? That's just something that nobody's going to tell you that, but it's something you should know working with shelter dogs. An intact male will get a lot of crap from a neutered dog, hands down. And you can already see how he responds to him. It's different than the way he's more fixated on him. No. He's already prey barking. I'm going to get over there. So at this point, any question on this dog? No. Everybody kind of sees it through. We'll move on to our next dog, and I'll have you guys doing it from here on in. So he's just an obnoxious young dog. That's why he's acting like that. He was really obnoxious in the kennel. So when I saw him at the kennel approach, he was, the kennel approach to the other dog, I should say. He was very good with me on the kennel approach. But on the kennel approach with the other dog, he was trying to go at the other dog, which is why I wanted to see what he would do here. But he didn't give him any energy, right? There's no vibe of like, hey, I'm going to challenge you, nothing. This dog could end up with other dogs. You could put this dog with other dogs as long as they're not going to come in and challenge him and be idiots. This dog will be fine with other dogs.
So would you think that this dog would be okay with small dogs then?
Well, this dog is already, I'd have to show it with a small dog, but the main thing I look for, because I can't test dogs with every size, color, breed, sex, and characteristic, so I have to say, this dog is showing me a lot of energy, which a little dog would show me, right? More prey. This dog is more prey on. He's prey barking, he's moving, he's running around, he's trying to get into this dog's face, so he's not showing me that. Now a little Yorkie running up to him and trying to nip at him and stuff, he may kill him. But on the other hand, he may not. He may just be like, okay, fine, I accept it. It's not something you're going to know unless you put it in front of the dog. And then it depends on the personality of the other dog. If the other dog goes after him and backs down, he might say, cool, I got it, because he's not dominant. He lets me correct him, he lets me move him and do all the other stuff. But if that other dog is relentless, like if I kept slapping this dog in the face, the first 2 times he may just walk away. But then if I corner him and slap him in the face, he may take my hand off. He's going to respond the same way to another dog. He may be good with the dog when he plays, when he nips at him, but if he challenges him, he might kill him. And that's what you got to understand. In overall dog handling, that has nothing to do with behavior assessments. That has to do, this dog showed me a really good behavior in today's assessment, but I can't say that he's going to do if somebody abuses the dog. This is a very strong dog. It's not a dog you're going to just roll on his back and alpha roll him. This is a powerful dog. This dog requires somebody who's going to understand how to correct him, how to work with him. So